If you're confused, I get it. I was confused too. But no, this is an imagining of a city that supposedly Saudi Arabia's royal family wants to actually build there. It's called the Line because it will literally be a line, as you'll see in just a second. You can sort of see that there. She's floating uncontrollably. This is actually a horror movie. The music just fools you about that. She can't land for so long. It's 100 miles long. 9 million people will live there, and we have more details, but I want you to see what it's gonna look like zoomed out. Take a look at this.
The Line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers.
Okay, Francesca, the whole thing a little bit confusing, but what do you think about this 100-mile long city?
Where do the poors live? Where do the people who
outside of the city? I think
they don't live in the Line. No, they live in the bog. Yeah, they live in. I mean, which like sounds dope. Like you're asking me to live in 2 dimensions. No thanks. I'd rather live in 3. Like, oh, I love the sliver of sky. Sometimes when the sun passes over, like between the hours of 4:15 and 4:30, we get light. Like what the hell? This is like it's so unnecessary and bizarre. And like I'm wondering, like, yes, but women still can't drive. Luckily, everything is self-driving. So
yeah.
But if you do have a vagina, you cannot get into a car. So like,
yeah, you can get from one end to the other in 20 minutes. Well, assuming you're a guy, then you can get from one side to the other in 20 minutes. Yeah, look, I'm more into it than most people because it's futuristic and I love the novels of Kim Stanley Robinson, and this is kind of like one of the mega cities they would do in that. Look, I think that futuristic cities like this have a place, but there is already criticism of this. There's way more that is merited because yeah, the class distinction. What's gonna happen outside of that? I feel like it's just gonna be 100 miles of shanty towns of people like facing the blinding light off the endless mirror of the outside of that city. And like you can't go, how do you go past it? It's 100 miles and there's no way to get past it. There's got to be a tunnel or something.
Not a good like for everything. Look, our cities are not green, and that's what I think my biggest problem with them. But like blocks are not the worst structure in the world. They do kind of make sense putting cities on grids. What doesn't make sense is a line.
Yeah, it looks cool. And I just want to respond to one claim that they made in it, that it's organized in 3 dimensions. Every building and city is. It's all 3. What do you think 3 dimensions is? Anyway, a lot of concerns there. We're gonna keep an eye on this. It's the sort of thing that you wouldn't expect to happen, but in Dubai they've done some amazing stuff. Maybe it's not impossible.